think that's a little better. All right. I was talking and I hadn't turned the camera on. So that's going to make me even grumpier, which was the topic of the day. I'm grumpy. Watch out. I'm grumpy. Okay. I started this yesterday. The thought process is my National Geographic prompts that I gave myself. And I made myself incorporate geometric shapes because the same day I found this and I thought that was cool looking. And then I added a song to it. So this one is from page 85. And it is a lady superimposed with book pages. So I have a book page and some other stuff going on. There's my geometric shapes. And then the song is going to be Paperback Writer. Because, hello, it's from my era. So I'm going to write that down here somewhere. Paperback Writer. It would be fun to be a paperback writer. But now I don't know what to do. Can I do this? Oh, we had some happenings in the state next door to me. I don't know if it's going to do any good, but they're trying. That's enough politics, right? Right. I'm outlining the yellow shape, the yellow lines. And I'm still enamored with Seth Apter. If you ever, have time, go and look on Seth Apter's video channel, which I think is called Seth Apter, A-P-T-E-R. He has a video on his mood board, I think is what he's calling it. Oh my gosh. It is stunning. How it can be any kind of a mood. It's kind of like a whole bunch of spreads or clusters of things put up on a board. It's beautiful. Of course, he has his own products and all kinds of stuff. Is this? No, this isn't the last one from that article. There's one more that have X's on it. Oh, I have a song for X's. Do I have a song on here? All my exes live in Texas. Mine lives in North Carolina. Oh, yeah. I punch drunk. Oh, no. I did Seminole Wind from John Anderson in 1992. That's kind of appropriate because this was an article about indigenous people being moved against their will and separated from their children and blah, 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 blah. Gee, doesn't that sound like what we're still doing? Anyhow, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. Talk to me, paper. Talk to me. These colors really don't match these two, but I like the fact that they contrast. Does that count? Or do I take these off and put something else on? I could do that. My husband was throwing away some junk mail. He goes, "Do you want these envelopes for your book?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, please." He is getting trained so well. Now, okay. Oh, this could be interesting. This is pictures left over from my Vietnam journal. That's from indigenous peoples of Vietnam and their arts and crafts. Can I mix the two? It's going to be too hard to punch with that one. Let's see this one. This is an old piece of fabric. This is just pieces of their embroidery. I think, yeah, these were from a woman's museum that we did on the last full day. And I think I took pictures of everything. But I printed them on accident several times. So I'm not doing anything that I wouldn't want to keep. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and my doctor had remembered I was going to Vietnam because I've been seeing him for almost 30 years. Same guy. And he's like, "Oh, how was Vietnam?" I'm like, "Oh man." I said, "I highly recommend it." And he likes to travel. He's from Puerto Rico, and but he has 27 million children, and I think some of them are still little. I mean, he has them from all kinds of ages. And his wife is a scientist. His wife is super smart, super smart. Okay, this was my breakfast every morning in Vietnam. This is a French, like, chocolate baguette, a wonton, cantaloupe, watermelon, a spring roll, and dragon fruit, and watermelon juice, and chicken sausage. It was very good. Every morning. Okay, now let's see what we can do with this. I really like this one. I still don't like that. It's just not saying we like being here. Here's a piece of line I didn't do. I'm thinking, could I take my Neo Color 2s and do something outside of these lines? The problem is I have bright yellow and a pale pink. So I'm not sure what some of these colors are going to do. This one might be okay. Can I color this in? What color is this? This is russet. And I don't know if I'm going to get them wet because they are water soluble. But I might add another color on top of this. I'm going to leave the pink triangles open and maybe put in another color there. So 2 more colors on top of this. Maybe. I like the idea of the yellow and how that came together. And then where there were holes, I traced around it in the pinky peach color. Watermelon color, I guess. But I left all of those empty. Now let's see if we... maybe a green? What color is this? Purple. That's not purple. That's like a magenta. That really doesn't contrast enough. What about this one? This one is orange. And this one's broken too. Some of these got broken when they fell. Breaks my heart when I break a crayon. I didn't want anybody to touch my crayons when I was a kid. Don't touch them. And if they got too dirty, I had to go get some more. Which I had to recycle cans and all kinds of stuff to save up money for that, but I did. I don't like that. But now I guess I gotta follow through. It is so hot here today. I went to the pharmacy and the grocery store real quick. I'm supposed to go to the post office, but I can't find one ingredient for my package. So I'm going to the post office tomorrow. But it is already so hot. I went at 9 o'clock. And the kids started back school today, the ones in our area. Our granddaughter starts tomorrow. She's in a different school district now. I wonder. Ignore the barking dog. He doesn't know why he's barking. Oh, you know what? I do like it wet. Because then you don't see the crayon marks, which some people like that, and that's fine. But it's really, really making a pretty color. And my paintbrush is really wiped off. Not wiped out, wiped off. Oh. Just watching the news about Hawaii is just heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking. They said they probably have only found what I watched this morning. So they probably have only watched or found like a third of the people. And it's already at 99. And they had more cadaver dogs go in. I was like, oh. And I don't know anything about the alarms not going off or roads getting blocked or any of that. I'm trying not to get into that part of it. I mean, we can't bring them back. They're gone, which is the tragedy. And I hate to see things like that turn into a political mess, which is kind of what this country loves right now. So hopefully, me upgrading this a little bit with this other color kind of balances out the watermelon color that's in there, maybe. I don't like that either. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's screaming for more. I mean, do I go really wackadoodle? Why is this so hard? I don't know. Or, let's see. Maybe the book is talking finally. Let's see. Get another page. And put, okay. Oh, I got it. The page is finally talking. Maybe, hopefully. All right. Now, with the book print circles, gotta figure out how to hold this down. Although, it's kind of covering up the print. Kind of like that. Oh, you know what? Maybe put just a line of them like that, right down the middle. Maybe. See what happens when you get them wet. Ooh, they really get intense. But I don't want them perfect. I kind of want just a little bit of suggestion of other stuff happening here. I'm going to have to do this for a second. Okay, now that those have dried a little bit, pretty much. I almost caught one on fire. Ay, ay, ay. I'm thinking. I might. Do I have a little tiny hole? Oh, I do. Even just a regular hole punch. Oh, this is a tiny hole puncher. Feels like my light's blinking. Kind of like a subway token, the old-fashioned subway tokens. Make it. Oh, this one's still wet. Apparently that's not the one I caught on fire. I don't want them to be perfect, but you can see some of the color underneath. These two are not dry. This one's still wet. Now, Seth Apter does a lot of stuff with thread. I could do that, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm not going to. But they look kind of like coins. Oh, you know what they need? They need a little gold. Okay, let's see here. Just a speck. With a jagged brush so that I'm getting like polka dots on that too. Okay. I really like that. Can you see the gold flecks in this? Try not to touch the paint because it's still a little wet. And the book page is purposely upside down because I think that kind of like reflects the chaos of the thought process of why they had to move these people. And just more chaos, not necessarily needed in their lives. Oh, you know what? Oh, I just got an idea. No, I was going to poke holes through the two layers and have a different color underneath. No, I think this is simple. Simple, simple, simple. And I think I'm going to keep it simple. How did I get paint everywhere? There's paint all over this paper. Okay, tomorrow is the last one in this article. So then maybe we can be a little more cheerful topics. But that's part of National Geographic. I mean, that's, you need to know the good with the bad. I don't know. Hold on. Don't ask me why. It just says put black dots on us. Judy, the lady that was our tour guide for craft tours, our American tour guide, not the quilter lady, but the other lady, she lives in Hawaii, and she's an artist. I found that, and I can't remember her name. Huh. I'll try to direct message you with that if I can remember my head. Right now my head is not in a good spot. They upped all my medicine yesterday. It was not good. Not good. Drastically upped the thyroid stuff, which explains a lot. But I did not expect that. And that's, I said, what's causing that to be such a high, out of whack number? He goes, heredity. My grandmother had a terrible thyroid issue too. And I've been taking thyroid medicine since my early 30s. So almost half my life. I really like that. It's so simple. Sometimes I feel like simple is too easy. But sometimes the simple stuff, because see, you can see some of the color underneath of these. There's yellow, there's pink, there's pink, there's pink. I just, it's like subway tokens. Paperback writer. Okay, now, tomorrow, we have, oh yeah, I'm not going to make, there are crosses in the article, but I'm going to make them plus signs. Because mixing all of this sadness with religion too, it's too political for me. But it's interesting that she's a Cherokee, and that's the ones that are in North Carolina. But I'm going to just take, her face is superimposed with like a graveyard. And I'm just going to make plus signs. So plus signs somehow. And then her hair, it looks like she's blowing in the wind. So the Seminole Winds is where that song came from. But I don't know how else I'm going to do it. That's as far as my head has gone. So we got the thistle done. We got the map done. We got the book pages. And now we're... And then we get into some plants under the microscope and things like that. So we get a little bit better. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on. What does this say here? I'm looking at my own notes from when I did this like a month ago. Page 93. We're looking ahead. Oh, I want to use this picture somehow. This is getting into the stuff under the microscope. Slime mold, many times. Hundreds of an inch tall. Anyhow, this pink-red color reminded me of Little Red Corvette. Because that was in my notes, Little Red Corvette. I'm like, there's no cars in this article, in this magazine. Little Red Corvette. That's one for you, C. Jenkins. Little Red Corvette. But tomorrow we got to do one more sad one. And then we're on to the magic and mystery of slime mold. Yay. Doesn't that sound captivating? Okay, but it can be. See, it can be. Something gross like slime mold can be great. Can be great. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Oh, I will be at the end of this book. I will have used up the rest of this and maybe 1 or 2 pages left, and that's good for me. So I finished up this whole journal, which is what I wanted to do. I don't know when I started it. I didn't always used to write in there. I left a couple pages empty. I don't know who this is, but it's like a lady on a horse from old days. And then there's this weird looking guy with eyes. It says, spying on Ponce de Leon's sister today. I don't know where, see, that stuff, I don't know where that comes from. I do not know. The sun goddess and her sister picked pansies in Rome on Saturday. Okay, there's like the sun goddess. There's the pansies. There's Rome. And I don't know where Saturday comes in. I think this was a TV guide, something from a TV channel thing, and that might have been where Saturday came from. The class equating yourself with your blue side was taught by Mr. Twain, served wine and was well lit. Okay. There's part of a cover of a Mark Twain book, Navigating the Equator, which I did a whole series on. And I don't know where the wine is. Blue side, there's blue. I don't know where any of that came from at all. The map makers all hailed from the city of Gwalior in central India, which is what is on this Hindu architecture building. Gwalior in central India, and here are map makers and a bunch of brown stuff. That's how fun you can make a journal. This was me cleaning out a paper box one time and just putting all this stuff together and coming up with this stuff. And it's just fun. You pick out your... Oh, I love this one. Here's tea paper from probably... a paper book from this guy, I think. And now everything has moved again, hasn't it? But then there's this old English gentleman. It says, "I say, old boy, care for a spot of tea?" That's my British accent. At that, I'm stopping. Oh, I could use one of these for Judy. Oh, okay. If I can ever find the stupid things that I need to put in her mailer. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to put this up without anything else falling down. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.